the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running.
Yep. Monday morning. Take all this shit apart. Yeah, we're gonna fix it or find out what's actually destroyed in here, I guess. It's kind of hard for me to hold the camera and do all this, but I'll give you updates along the way. All right, so we got the steering wheel off. I gotta take this off. And then I gotta take these 3 bolts out to get my adapter and stuff off. And then there's a little aluminum adapter under here, And I gotta get that old steering wheel that works on these 3 bolt holes, screw it on, put this nut barely on and smack it with a hammer, because I do have a steering wheel puller, but it's made for 2 bolts across from each other. So it's just the way I've been doing this shit for years. So let me get this. And here's what I was talking about with the adapter. See, it's got them 3 bolt holes. And this old school steering wheel has them 3 bolt holes. This thing just lays out like everywhere. That steering wheel, I keep it laid out under here. Just because this is what I use it for. It's the first aftermarket steering wheel I ever had in this Jeep. Bought it at AutoZone years ago. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. Give it a couple whacks with a hammer while you're pulling on it with the other hand. It comes right off. So this is the part that's tricky to get into. But I'll get back to show you how to do this crap. Not terrible, but it's difficult. So I had this washer on there. It goes on top. It came with my steering wheel adapter kit, but you need this tool. It's cheap at AutoZone or Harbor Freight. If you have this older GM style steering column. Give me hold on guys, I gotta get this set. Anyway, you gotta screw this on here with this little screwdriver handle. And then you'll get this in place and you'll crank down this wing nut. And what it does, there's a spring under here and you really have to compress this down, because you see that snap ring down there? That's what you got to dig out. That's the second worst part of doing this whole column. Now I can get one of these little screwdrivers under here and dig this thing out. See how freely it moves? So I kind of need 2 hands, because I use 2 screwdrivers, but you get the gist. And I said it's the second worst because this whole piece is moving. I got to get this out of the way, and it pins on 2 hooks under here. And when you pin it, you got to make sure that your high-low beam switch arm and everything is in position and in place. And it kind of twists, but it's the worst part of all this. But anyway, I'll be back. And, oh yeah, when you do this, like when you get underneath this, it's a really good idea for you to start taking pictures if you don't remember how shit goes back together. I've done it enough times I don't need to take pictures, but it's a good idea to take pictures. So after you get that snap ring moved up, this comes off. This is what makes your horn work. I don't have a horn in here. I was given a demo and it fell off. So now you got to screw here, screw here, screw down there. You'll kind of want to take this out eventually, but we got to get these screws out. This is my blinkers, and that's the horn thing. But this is my blinkers here. Damn, that thing's bad. Guys, look at. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna continue to tear this apart. Now that you got the blinkers out the way, this here comes out. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh yeah, I got 1, 2, 3 screws here that I gotta pull. This is the spring that you gotta compress when you take all that other stuff out. It's a bearing retainer. Yeah, it gives your bearing in there some go-go. That shit just, yeah. All this is supposed to be tight. But, now I gotta, and let's check the old DeWalt case. I carry this thing around religiously, guys. Let's see. It looks bigger than a T25. It's bigger, but I almost bet that I could make this T25 work. We're going to try to find out before we actually go in the house. And this here is supposed to just pull out, but it's being kind of stubborn. All right. I'll be back when I get some more progress on this. After you get them 3 screws out, you will get your ignition out. Like, you know, your key cylinder, because it hooks in here and it has to be out to release this piece here in my hand. But this is your high beam rod I was telling you about. When you put all this shit here back together, you got to make sure that it's on right, on point, and we kind of need to take this off here at this point. I got a floorboard full of shit. This is your tilt lever. I'm going to use a screwdriver, put in here, and give this a twist. And there's a big spring in here that holds your tilt. Like, it tries to push your tilt up. When I get it out, then I can start pulling shit apart in here. I think, if I remember correctly, I need to move this and get this little spring here out. I'm not 100%. It's been a while since I've done this, but... Oh, I got to pull these 2 pins out. Frick! I forgot about these 2 pins. They got to come out. There's a pin here and a pin here. And I remember, I don't have the tool to do this. So what I did last time is I screwed a screw in here with a nut on it, and I used a claw hammer and just pulled them out. There's one on each side. Yeah, I had forgot about that shit, guys. That's got me tore up. But I think I can see a bolt down in there that's not even, yeah, there's a bolt in there. It's not even in its hole. And that shouldn't, yeah, there's a bolt all the way out that I can see through there. So I think it is a case of, I just got to put them bolts back in. And guys, I'm going to tell you, last time I did this shit, I put red Loctite on them 3 bolts. They should have never came out. Anyway, I need to find my little screws that go in here. So I had done this job before. Oh yeah, a piece of broken steering column on my dash. And I got pissed off. I couldn't get that pin out. So it broke here. Trying to use the hammer because I don't have a proper tool. So I got mad and beat the fuck out of it with a hammer. So I'm guessing I need a new steering column, is what I'm thinking. I probably shouldn't have beat the fuck out of it with a hammer, but I did. I have no regrets. Fuck that steering column. I'm here at Pick and Pull, getting the column. Found one in an S10, don't tilt. So, big shout out to Jeff Collinsworth. He cashed out me some money for coffee for my birthday. You awesome, Jeff. But anyway, I found one. It don't tilt. The only thing that's gonna be tricky with it is it's got this tab that you got to push down to shut the ignition off. Yeah. I'm not really worried about that because it's a 5-speed truck. And I believe all these things are the same. I'm not 100%. I know all the plugins on it are going to be the same. The connections are the same. I'm not sure about the bolts in the firewall, but how I believe they're the same too. So they had one here out of a Jeep that would fit my Jeep, and it's sloppy at the tilt too. So this is what I really need. So I'm getting it. That was the Jeep Cherokee fitted. So I'm back here in Jeep. Y'all probably remember this piece of shit. This is the one I took the carpet out of. It's the only thing here with a steering column that'll work for me. And kind of aggravated about it because trying to get the damn, oh, there it goes, switch out of here. I'm pulling nothing. But anyway, guys, the S10 column would have been perfect. Perfect. Everything would have been the same. But you see how that big plate, no shit, you can't see nothing. You see that plate that mounts to the firewall? That's what holds the column in the firewall. This fucking, I had to come back to Jeep just to double check because I didn't want to get it. And it's a 2-bolt flange. Yeah, just 2 bolts hold it, so it's not gonna work. Piss me off. I gotta get this one, and it's loose. Like, not as bad as mine, but it's loose. So it means I gotta buy it and tear into it, which means I need to go try to rent the tool to get in it. I'm heartbroken homicidal, guys. Heartbroken homicidal. Yeah. I didn't wear a hat today, so my hair is doing its own shit. But anyway, I'm gonna pull this piece of shit out. So I got that column, it's back there in the back. Now I'm running around trying to find that pivot pin tool. You know, the pin I was trying to take out when everything went south. But that column was kind of screwed anyway, because if all 3 of them bolts were out laying in there, they wasn't gonna stay. I read Loctite them last time, so now with that column being a wee bit loose, I'd like to go ahead and fix it. I mean, it's rattling, but I need the tool to fix it properly. Last time I did it, I had the same screws, but I had nuts on them that I could under a hammer and kind of pry, and it wasn't ideal. The tool actually get them out properly without breaking shit. But now we're driving like all the way into Myrtle Beach to see if they have the tool at one of the stores. If not, I got to order it off Amazon. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this column home, paint the sumbitch the same color as my door panels and everything. You know, that I call it Ain't Loud blue with the black webbing. But go ahead and get it like painted and ready to put in. Yeah, it sounds great, doesn't it? Or is it just gonna be too much? I know it might be too much. Might just need to paint the damn thing black. Yeah, that's my dog. Gosh. Anyway, I got the column home. I found the tool I needed. So first thing I'm gonna do is spray a little, shut up, then coat of white on it to make that teal color cover easier. And Deb said paint it teal, so I'm gonna paint it teal. There it is, painted. I did a quick job. I already threw like clear on it. Painted it white, and then I hit it with the teal. Did a crappy job cleaning it because it's like fish eye in it some places. But you ain't gotta see it anyway. It ain't gonna matter. Shit, who cares? It looks better than it did, right? But now it's sitting here in the sun, drying. Oh, let me get dog hair on my camera. Okay. So while it's drying, I can go in here, take this steering column out, and then, yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of work to get it out of here. But take this steering column out, and I'm probably gonna need to pull my switches off of it. Like, hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me see here. See, that's the actual ignition switch. That's the high beam switch. That bracket's all bent to shit. So I'll probably pull the switches off of mine and everything, get mine stripped down and ready to go in that one. But it ain't gonna be tough, I guess. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit of work, but I gotta take that column apart after I get it in. I gotta take it apart and fix the same damn problem that one had. But I did get that tool. And mine, when I could see that bolt in there, that bolt had threads on it. So, cause I read Loctited it in. I know this one's a hell of a lot tighter than mine was, but it is loose. It's got one or two of them bolts in there a little bit loose. So I'll put it in gently, carefully, take my time, and try to fix it. Try, key word, try. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay, boys and girls, we got the one out of there. Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. Mine, I noticed, doesn't have this. I think that's cruise control shit. There's cruise control wires there. Mine don't have cruise, so I think I'm gonna take my wiper switch and everything, turn signal switch. I put all that in new and put in this one, which it ain't bad. It's just stock. You got like a little cable. You need a long ass cable when you buy aftermarket. But here's what I was talking about. See how my dimmer switch is all nice down and tucked, and they just bent the shit out that bracket. So I got to swap that over. Tell you what, I had to replace the dimmer switch, or no, the ignition switch in mine. That's aftermarket. That's from AutoZone, and it's a hell of a lot harder to change it when the column's in the vehicle than right here. But yeah, I mean, let me see. This is the bottom side. Oh yeah, that clear coat's already it's already tacking up. Good deal. But that's where I'm at with this whole ordeal. Yeah, this is kind of where we're at. I got quite a bit of wiring down there. I'm gonna tuck all that up above the column now, though. It'll be up out of the way. Might be a major mistake for me, but I'm gonna try it. So I got the column in. Oh, it was a pain in the ass. Like terribly, because this XJ, I believe it was the 95 and older. This shaft down here, the steering shaft, it does not collapse. And I fought that when I put the steering box on it. Because most vehicles, you can sit the steering box up there, get the boat started, slide the shaft down, put it on. No. This son of a bitch, you had to hold the steering box in one hand, take the other hand, put the steering shaft on it, and then put it in place. Yeah. And same thing with the column. Luckily, Deb come out and was able to be inside moving the column in and out and turn a little bit so I could get it connected together, but got it. I got it bolted up in place. So right now, yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna tear it apart. But it's painted. It's in there. It don't look terrible, I don't think. I don't know, with a black steering wheel here, it should look all right. But that's just something we'll have to see after I get everything together. So here is the spot that I made it to with my old column before, yeah, we ain't even gonna talk about that. But show you. I'm really showing you so I can pull this pin out here, and I have on video how this spring goes. So these are the things that I got to get out, but I went and got a tool to do that. So really, we're not at a bad place here. The bad place is getting this shit in here lined back up when you put it back together. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rip this apart. I feel like an idiot. I put it all together, and I gotta take it all the way back apart because it's way too sloppy. The steering is just way too sloppy in that, and yeah, I got to get a pivot tool. I had to order one from Amazon. That cheap piece of shit I got at O'Reilly's just ain't. It wouldn't work to get the pins out. So another problem I got is the windshield wiper switch in that column will not work in my column. My vehicle is made for a windshield wiper setup that has delay, you know, the different levels of delay speed. That one, not so much, so the wipers won't turn off. Like they just won't turn off. Every time I turn the key on, they just come on and yeah. And then the turn signal switch in it doesn't have a hazard. Like a place for your hazard? No. I had to take it all the way back apart. So I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. Like, none at all. Yeah. I'm done with it. Yeah. To be continued.
Don't